it shouldn't seem like that much work if you're doing what you want to do. And if you know that it's improving you, then you have the freedom to do whatever you want with that. I started taking lessons when I was about 8 years old. Well, not about, I was actually 8 years old when I started taking piano lessons, but it was a couple years before that that I was just sort of tinkering around or messing around, playing nonsense.
We used to watch cartoons when he was little, and he just loved Bugs Bunny and Tom Jerry. And I think that's when he really saw Hungarian Rhapsody. Both cartoons played that, and he just loved that.
He wasn't interested in the cartoon. He was always listening to the music behind the cartoon. I don't think he really even laughed until, like most of us as adults, because not too many kids get Bugs Bunny until you're an adult. But he actually listened to the music behind. That's what he was hearing. He wasn't hearing them talk. He was giggling along with it, but he actually heard the music.
I originally had a music teacher, Antoinette Volk, who was an organist for a church, and she taught me very well. I studied with her for the first 5 years. She gave me some of the theory and more things than just notes and dynamics. And then it came to a point where after 5 years or so and your ability changes, it's good to get a new perspective. So then I studied with a guy named Joe May from the Akron area, and he was really great for me at that time and actually prepared me for my college auditions in a very small amount of time. So yeah, he was very good. Most people that I meet today probably don't realize that I have an extensive history of dance experience as well. Like, they don't realize that I could actively tap dance at the drop of a dime. Just kind of bust out, something like that. It might be rusty, but community theater, well, number one, it kind of breaks you and you collectively. I mean, anybody who was involved, especially me, it breaks you out of your shell. And you become a better performer and you become more comfortable on stage and in front of people. And I found it interesting that now that I'm in a very specific degree program, and that's piano performance, which doesn't involve much face-to-face audience. It involves you bow and then you play. And I've had a lot of my peers now say, yeah, you're good at standing up in front of people. And I say, well, I don't know about that, but if that's true, I would probably attribute it to having that live feeling of being on a stage like that.
You've seen the movie Mozart, where Mozart plays upside down, and Danny did that for him. He goes, "Can you do that during the show?" And he did.
Play upside down? Oh yeah, that's, and he was what, 9? So.
I started writing original music in 2000, because I had just started piano lessons, so I started writing like little instrumental things. And then I started writing a little more significant pieces, like with an actual form and sense about them, around 2004. And those are actually found on the Riverfront album. Those are the instrumentals. The two rags, the two jazzy pieces. And then it was in 2005 that I started writing lyrics to songs. 7 albums available. 6 are on iTunes and Amazon, and 1 is only available on Amazon, and that's the classical album. Because at first I didn't even want to go to college. I just said, well, I'm going to go be Billy Joel. Okay, bye. From some persuasion from my parents, I said, no, you should get a degree. And originally I never even planned to go any further than an undergrad. But then about halfway through the college degree, I started to realize just how much I didn't know and still didn't know. And even now, believe it or not, I know more. I'm at a steadier place, but there's a lot to be known. And that's when my focus on the importance of knowledge in your field really hit me. And my physical ability and mental ability to understand and execute music is, I think, far more advanced than it was before. Plans for the future. The infamous question of everyone that when they're graduating high school or graduating college, they go, oh, I don't know. My plans have changed a bit, because originally I mentioned that I had not even considered doing a degree after undergraduate. And that changed when I started seeing the way you develop. And because I do enjoy teaching as well, if you're going to teach in the music profession, especially at a college level, you almost have to have a doctorate degree. So I think I will be making that terrifying leap, or rite of passage, if you will, getting beaten up academically. So I may be doing that, and then hopefully teaching, and then just continuing to do what I am doing, and that's write and record my own free creativity.
It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday. The regular crowd shuffles in. There's an old man sitting next to me, making love to his tonic and gin. He says, son, can you play me a memory? I'm not really sure how it goes, but it's sad and it's sweet, and I knew it complete when I wore a younger man's clothes. La 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 da da da, la la da da da, da da. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight.